Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Jester Ranks Off. That's right, 2 in 1. That's what I'm recording now. I've got a day off work, so I'm getting some recording done. Don't tell the boss. I'm doing bits on the side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the F1 2022 liveries tier list maker. Well titled. This is one for the F1 people around here. Hey guys, what's up? This is an interesting list because we didn't have one of these revealed till relatively recently. We also have one of these that has changed because of a sponsorship. The sponsorship has come from a place that's currently going to war with somebody else. So we really can't say too much about that, but we can judge what they've already done because it looks no different from last year and we can bully them for it. So let's get started, shall we? We have the Alfa Romeo, the C42. Now, if you've watched F1 before and wondering why these cars look ever so slightly different potentially, it is because they look slightly different. There's been new regulations in 2022, so the liveries probably haven't changed too much for the majority of these cars, but the cars look cooler, so some of the liveries look cooler because of it, if that makes sense. So, let's start off with the Alfa Romeo. Now, I can only see small little images down here, which is kind of useless, so I am going to quickly find these cars as well online so I can give them a good judge. That is a nice looking car, okie dokie. So, it's still red and white, as it often is. I think it has been ever since they joined. Alfa Romeo's colours, are they red and white? I actually have no idea. I don't often pay attention to some of the smaller teams, so I might be being terrible. They've also gone with the black accents, which is a very common theme for cars this year, which it gets a bit samey the more you see of these cars. I don't know how it's going to translate on track, but obviously you use black to kind of like clash against the colours because it makes them stand out more, makes the colours pop a little bit more. It's a nice looking car. I don't hate it at all. It doesn't blow my skirt up or anything like that, but you know, it's a nice looking car. It's a good baseline for B, I think. Right, next up we have the another Alpha, the Alpha Tauri AT03. And I don't know why I didn't get rid of the code there. Let's have a look. Oh dear, this is a car. Okay, so I'll try and display some of these images alongside the video. I do not like this, me no likey. So what I'm seeing is blue and white, which is fine. I don't hate that blue. It's quite a nice blue, actually. Like, that's the kind of blue I think we have on our wall over there, to be fair. The problem I have is the front wing has Alpha Tauri written on it, and it looks like a child has gone like, oh, we need to make this fit on the shape of the wing. Can someone just, like, stretch and morph this so it works? But they've also done it across multiple levels, so it doesn't match up. It looks not good. Like, I don't like it. And also, what the hell fits body and mind? The car? Does the car fit body and mind? That makes no sense. That's a D for me. I don't like the Alpha Tauri at all. No. Next up is the Alpine, which is hilarious because it's Alpine, but they say it differently because they're French. They were blue and white last year, if I remember right, or blue and red. I can't remember. They now have some pink involved because they are running a BWT sponsorship. So basically this car is looking very nice, like a metallic mid blue with pink. I don't hate it actually. The blue and pink combination looks really cool. It reminds me of what's the sweet that's that colour? Blue and pink. It's a very cool looking car actually. I don't hate that at all. And I thought I would. I hadn't seen this car properly until actually today. They are running like a solid pink with like less blue for the first 2 races, I believe. But after that, they return to like a focused blue with like pink accents, which is like the one you can see on the tier maker at the moment. I like that. I'm gonna put that at A. That's a cool looking car. It's a brave concept, that is. I like that a lot. Next up is the Aston Martin AMR22. Not the Aston Martian like I've just typed. So this is solved the problem from last year where everyone was very upset with this car because it was supposed to be, Aston Martin is known for like using racing green. It's a very like specific shade of green. The car last year was like so dark in their green that in certain lights it looked black. And the amount of times I looked at this car and went, why is Mercedes there? And then realised it wasn't Mercedes, it was Aston Martin. They hadn't copied the car this year, but that was pink. So, you know, you could tell the difference. I like it. I love anything that combines yellow and black. The Renault from like years ago looked really cool because of that. Not that I'm a big Renault fan. But yeah, the black and yellow, very cool. I love the fact they've returned to like the proper green as well. I'm gonna, you know what? It's gonna get an A tier. It's gonna get an A tier. It's a very nice looking car. Next up, Ferrari. Ferrari with the F1 75. Is that the 75th car? Wow, that's a lot of car. So, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of Ferrari. I don't think being red is a substitute for a car personality. I do like the black and red. It's very Deadpool-esque. Again, you've got some yellow on there as well, which helps. It appeals to me, at least. I love the yellow accents on the front winglets they've got going on. I'm not really sure how to describe them. It's, again, very cool looking. I can't really find anything to hate on with that car. It looks genuinely really good. So I'm going to throw that up on A. Very impressive looking car. I like it. Alright, next up is the Haas V5 or VF 22 Unfortunately, this is just the flag of the country that's invading at the moment. It didn't look good last year. It doesn't look good this year. If anything, it looks worse this year because of like how they've made it contour around bends and stuff like that and tried to keep the color. I don't have anything nice to say about this car, and honestly, it shouldn't even like be appearing on this list because of like the alternate one they're having to run at the moment. I'll get an image of that up, but it's a D, man. It's a D tier car. It is not nice. McLaren next. McLaren MCL 36. Oh, what a beautiful car. So, if you watched last year, they ran a limited time Monaco race only livery, which was a Golf livery. So it had like the lights-ish sky blue with the orange. It looked very, very cool. It's a really nice color combination. They're running something similar this year, but with the black accents. It's a nice looking car. I think they could have gone further with the Golf livery. I'm just going to quickly find that for myself, just so I can kind of like get a comparison. Yeah, so it was a lot more blue. I'll be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the Golf livery. It didn't do much for me. I don't have nostalgia for that era. It's a nice car. I prefer straight orange and black, if I'm honest. It also has a Tezos cryptocurrency sponsorship, like quite prominent on it, so points off for that. I'm going to be honest, it's not an upgrade for me personally. I think it's a very mid car, so I'm going to pop that into B. Mercedes W13. It's going to win 13 times in the season. If that actually happens, that's a prediction. You all owe me £20. That's how that works. I like this car. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad they went back to the silver. But I also loved the black. The black looks so sleek and cool. It's what was missing in F1 for me. A cool, sleek black car. They've returned back to the silver arrows now. And it's okay. I don't like the random splashes of red. I feel like that kind of like, there's like 4 colors going on. 5 if you count the shades of grey as well. For me, I'm not a big fan of it. I think I prefer the black and the like aqua turquoise color scheme from last year. And I don't like the random logos that are just like on the back of it as well. That doesn't look good to me. As much as I'm a huge Mercedes fan, I always will be. I'm going to have to put that in C tier. Like, it's not horrible. I don't think it's an improvement on last year, though, and I don't think it looks as good as some of these other cars, unfortunately. But still, looks mean, looks good. Red Bull. If that comparison is has the car improved from last year, or does it look any better than last year? No. The best this car looked was when it was more purple than anything else. okay, I'm going to say this straight up. I am extremely biased against the Red Bull car because I don't like Red Bull as a car manufacturer. I don't like Red Bull as an energy drink. And I don't particularly like Red Bull as a design. Like, the whole design of the livery isn't very nice. A few years ago, they had, again, more of a purple focus onto their car, and it was, like, a lot nicer. I really enjoyed that. But for me, this design does absolutely nothing for me. So I'm going to put it, just because of my own personal biases as well, I'm going to put that on C tier. It's not an improvement from last year. It never looked good to me in the first place, but it isn't as bad as like the Alpha Tauri and the Haas. Like, they are very meh cars. Finally, the Williams FW44. Let's have a gander. I haven't had a proper look at this one either. Honestly, I don't think it looks that great. It's just blue. It's got the red and the lighter blue accents again. It's got Duracell on it. Is that what's powering them? I don't know. There's not many sponsors on that car, is there? That's a bit upsetting for Williams. Yeah, dude. Oh, and that image is nicer actually. There's like a matte blue to it, matte dark blue. It doesn't do a whole lot for me, if I'm honest. I'm sorry, that doesn't really do much for me at all. That is going to have to be D tier for me. Okay, cool. I guess that's our list then. I feel bad that, like, no car got into S tier. So I'm going to do something I wouldn't usually do and move one of the A tier cars up into S, just so we've got, like, a clear, like, livery winner, if that makes sense. And I'm going to, man, it's a toss-up between those three. They're all really nice. Let me just get, like, comparisons. Man, I don't know what it is. The blue and pink is really doing something for me with the Alpine. I really like it. The Aston Martin. I'm not a huge green fan, and it's almost like too light for me, if that makes sense. But there's an ideal green for that car, and it might be Jaguar green. But it's an Aston Martin, so that doesn't really make sense. But it's still one of the nicest looking cars on the track. Oh, it should remind me of the Ferrari F175. Man, that is a mean looking car, isn't it? That genuinely looks really nice. Like, the red doesn't look like the same red from like years ago, if that makes sense. Like, the old red used to be like bright and vibrant and very in your face. It's more of a matte color. It's a bit darker. And yeah, seeing that on track, that is like really cool. Yeah, you know what? Ferrari was going up to S tier. There's your list, ladies and gentlemen. In the D tier, we have the Alpha Tauri, Haas, and Williams. C tier, we have Mercedes and Red Bull. B tier, Alfa Romeo and the McLaren. A tier, we have the Alpine and the Aston Martin. And in the S tier, we have Ferrari. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video and want to do your own tier list, I will drop a link to the list maker in the description below, which is where you can also find my social media links. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please consider dropping a like and a sub. It really helps the channel. And I'm trying to get the channel going again with more original content. So yeah, give me a reason to make more stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. See ya!